Imagine a building that held the memory of the ancient world. Hundreds of thousands of scrolls, mathematics, astronomy, medicine, philosophy, geography, works from Greece, Egypt, Persia, India, possibly even beyond. Now imagine it gone. No ashes preserved, no catalog recovered, no final list of what was lost, only silence. The Library of Alexandria is often described as the greatest loss of knowledge in human history. But what exactly vanished? And did it truly disappear in a single blaze? The library was founded in the early 3rd century BCE under Ptolemy I Soter, one of Alexander the Great's generals. Its mission was radical: to collect all knowledge of the known world. Ships entering Alexandria were searched. Books were confiscated, copied, and archived. Originals were sometimes kept. The library was part of a larger institution, the Museion, a research center where scholars lived, studied, and debated. It wasn't just storage, it was an intellectual engine. We do not have a surviving catalog, but ancient sources suggest it may have held between 200,000 and 400,000 scrolls. Possible contents included mathematical works expanding on Euclid, astronomical calculations refining planetary motion, medical texts predating later Roman medicine, geographic measurements, including early calculations of Earth's circumference, dramatic works of Greek playwrights now completely lost. We know that scholars like Eratosthenes worked there, the man who calculated the Earth's circumference with remarkable accuracy. How many other names were lost? We cannot know. One theory points to 48 BCE. During a conflict in Alexandria, Julius Caesar set fire to ships in the harbor. Ancient sources claim the fire spread, but did it destroy the entire library? The evidence is uncertain. Some historians argue only warehouses were damaged. Others suggest part of the collection was lost. But there is no definitive proof that this was the final end. The myth of a single catastrophic blaze may be too simple. Another theory suggests gradual decay. As Roman rule expanded, funding for the Museion may have declined. Later, in the 3rd century CE, during internal Roman conflicts, parts of Alexandria were damaged again. In 391 CE, Christian authorities under Emperor Theodosius I ordered pagan temples destroyed. The Serapeum, sometimes described as a daughter library, was demolished. If scrolls remained there, they may have been lost. But again, records are incomplete. The library's end may not have been a single moment. It may have been a long fading. Here is the deeper tragedy. We do not know what we lost. Entire schools of philosophy may have vanished. Scientific hypotheses, centuries ahead of their time, could have been erased. Ancient engineering methods, lost historical accounts, alternative versions of known myths. Many classical works survive today only because later, Islamic and European scholars preserved and translated fragments. The ancient world's intellectual web was fragile. Once broken, reconstruction became guesswork. Not everything disappeared. Greek philosophy survived through Roman copying. Later, scholars in the Islamic Golden Age preserved and expanded upon classical knowledge. Texts by Aristotle, Archimedes, and others survived, but likely only a fraction of what once existed. Knowledge migrated, it transformed, but the original center, Alexandria, was never fully restored. The dramatic image of one night of flames is powerful, but historians increasingly believe the destruction was gradual. Neglect, war, religious transformation, political instability. Civilizations do not always collapse in explosions. Sometimes they erode. The library's disappearance teaches something uncomfortable. Knowledge is not indestructible. It depends on protection, funding, and tolerance. The Library of Alexandria did not just vanish, it became a warning. Every archive, every server, every database today exists in a fragile world. The question is not only what was lost in Alexandria. The question is, what are we failing to protect now? Share your opinions, suggestions, and feedback in the comments. Thank you, everyone.